I'm sure you guys seen the healthcare CEO's death recently, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen the gentleman that they said did this, the smiley face gentleman. And I think it's just weird, especially because they're trying to shape it as like the guy's like a super villain, like Joker. He's smiling and stuff and just shooting people in the back.
This is the Ivy League graduate and valedictorian who police say is the suspected CEO assassin.
Luigi Nicholas Mangione.
Luigi Mangione is from a wealthy Maryland family. He was valedictorian at his graduation from a $40,000 a year private school with a carnation in his buttonhole.
It's been an incredible journey, and I simply can't imagine the last few years with any other group of guys. Thank you.
Everything about it just seems awkward, and he's releasing information that I guess he put up, and they're releasing information. And right now I just feel like I'm on an episode of Scooby-Doo, and we're going to get to the end of it, and I'm going to be telling everybody like, oh, we solved the case, and some dude's going to come out and say, I would have gotten away with this if it weren't for you meddling kids.
He is now a data engineer with a degree from the University of Pennsylvania. This is a muscle-bound Mangione working at an office in Honolulu where he last lived. He is 26 years old and was arrested in a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, 100 miles east of Pittsburgh.
So I'm not really sure what's going on, but it just seems like there's too much press surrounding it and then not enough information coming out about it. So it leaves us in a place of feeling like something's happening more than what we think is. And of course, you know, they're always lying to the public about what's really going on. But I think we're smart enough to know that I think we're all being deceived about what's really happening.
He is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan.
A McDonald's employee recognized the grinning suspect from the surveillance camera images seen around the country. That employee then called 911. Police say he had a gun, a silencer, fake IDs, and what is described as a manifesto. That manifesto reportedly says of healthcare executives, those parasites had it coming, and I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done.
This guy is built like fucking Thor, and he's just out taking out people. His family is a prominent family. Like, this is weird. It feels like, have you guys seen Fear? If you haven't, watched the first season where he's like training incels. It feels like they made an incel and then used him as a test. Like they were sending subliminal messages through the TV to tell him this CEO is bad. You have to take him out. Like MK Ultra has came back and he was their first test. A billionaire's son.
This is one of the fake IDs found on Mangione. It's said to match the one used by the killer to check into a hostel in Upper Manhattan. He is said to be a big admirer of the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, responsible for a 20-year mail bombing campaign. Police say when he was busted at the McDonald's, he was carrying a gun he made himself with a 3D printer. His family owns 2 country clubs in Maryland.
And it just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. And like I said, that's why it feels like I'm on an episode of Scooby-Doo, and the guy at the end of it is going to be another billionaire CEO that was trying to hide from the public, or I don't know. But I just feel like we need to pay less attention and more attention. Does that make sense?
And is this a clue to an alleged motive? It's an image on Mangione's social media showing an X-ray of 4 pins in a spinal injury. It's unclear whether Mangione is the patient. The breakthrough in the case came as police divers continued to search a lake in New York's Central Park for items dumped by the assassin. A backpack believed to have been worn by the killer was found in the park Friday night. It contained clothing and, of all things, wads of Monopoly money.
I just think that there's something up, and I believe that we are being deceived.
Former FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer believes the assassin wanted to send a message.
The Monopoly money symbolized United Healthcare being a monopoly, but it was bigger than that. It was him showing his grandioseness in my opinion, saying, look, I can taunt the police and they're still not going to find me.
There's not much funny about murder, but Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update delivered a half dozen one-liners about the assassin.
And it really says something about America that a guy was murdered in cold blood, and the two main reactions were, yeah, well, healthcare stinks. And also, girl, that shooter hot.
But that is just my opinion on it. They said, don't take my word for it. I'm just being a conspiracy theorist and calling out some weird flaws that I'm seeing.
Beyond the laughter is one family's grief. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was laid to rest today. Now it seems as if the 6-day search could be over, thanks to an eagle-eyed McDonald's employee.
A McDonald's employee did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something.
But thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and comment. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. And, hey, I've been the random black guy for you. That straw hat always holds strong. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying freedom of speech. You have a great one.